Hello and welcome, Lynx here. We are playing Legacy of Hestia, and as I was saying, I would be on a grind. And yeah, I've reached 13th floor. As I believe you know, I've bought 15 pieces of lure. 9 of those have been used. For to be fair, on 9th floor, I have not had the need to use it. This floor is really active. So yeah, but we are in front of that quest for the researcher, so let's do that. And after that I will continue going rough on the dungeon. Unless, well, there is some additional scene, then I will drop those as well. But, well, I will not keep you for the grind. But yeah, let's see what's over here. This looks good, give me a moment. He quickly but carefully collects a few samples of the water. I'm done, we can return back to surface. Yes. Well, that was not much of a dialogue. Well, we will be back on the surface after I'm done with struggling with this area for. So yeah. For now, that's it. I'll see you in 2 seconds. Okay, so there is a little thing on this floor that is called an event. And it is on the path that we don't really have good memories of, because this is where the past parade happened. But, you know, the event is here. Let's check it out. Ah, this smell.
The smell is marble. Someone used one recently. It is not really that surprising. The smell is annoying for adventurers, but gives them a life as well. We'll probably smell used marble fairly often in these floors.
Okay. Alright, so now we will actually continue. I know I've said I would not keep you in the dungeon here, but we have area that is not uncovered, so let's have a look together. Also, I don't think there is much left basically to the floor 13. So we might as well map the last remaining parts of it together at 2:34 in the morning. Okay. So I can't go to the right now. I'll be escaping now. No need to continue fighting. Okay, but can I go? No, it seems like I can't. But seems like... Okay, here is just the width of the passage. So I guess maybe the floor 14 would be here. However, I'm assuming that such a thing actually does not exist for us in the game here. So also what I'm assuming is, as for the dungeon, this is basically over. But let's get it mapped properly, like usual. Wow. I told you this floor is super active. But technically you would know by now as well. If you've seen our journey through floor 13 in the very beginning. Again, also when the past parade happened. Okay. And now it's fully mapped. For to be fair, this is like a higher floor. So you go up, not down. So this place does not lead to floor 14, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna get out of the dungeon and we'll get our status updated and so on in 2 seconds. Welcome back! We are out of the dungeon. Let's head to the guild and pick our rewards. Because that's what adventurers do after completing a job. Boom.
Thank you once again. It is your reward.
Boom, 120 values. 120,000 values.
I'll be going to study some right away. See ya.
Good luck. And that's how we cleared the board of the jobs. Now, Belkun. Time to visit Hestia, I guess. Okay, I'm curious. If I update Bell, how will also Welf go to Hephaestus to update at the same time? I just got the stats on the side screen. Update.
Good job today, Belkun. I'll update your status now. Let's see.
Strength increased from 968 to 1500.
Woo! Triple S.
Your endurance has increased from 190 to 1176. Wow. That is huge difference compared. Yeah. Dude, diving into the deeper floors is worth it. Because you actually get hit and this kind of thing happened. Your dexterity is maxed out. Agility increased from 1478 to 1500, so it's maxed out now. Nice. So it's 3 triple S's. Your magic increased from 915 to 1401. Not maxed out. I didn't use it enough, I guess.
There you go, all done. Your growth is impressive as always. Keep it up.
Okay, so Bell. I guess your endurance and magic will be maxed out eventually. Very soon enough. Now if I go somewhere I just need to use magic and it will be fine. Lily, of course, stuck, sadly, still at the same place. Let's see. Nope, the update did not happen for Welf over here. Alright, but I remember his magic is 113, so maybe eventually it will change. 10 high potions, 10 high potion magics, monster lure, 4 of them, I'll keep that, Ushiwakamaru, feather key, and 2 million. I do not know how far away I'm from spending 10 million to get that achievement. Therefore, you know what, might as well buy some more potions. Just in case. I don't really need magic potions, but yeah, I don't need magic potions. I mean, dude, like, Bell is a basically walking magic container, so with that amount of MP, I probably could clear the... I probably could go through entire dungeon and be fine. If I did not use Lair. With Lair it would be a different story, but yeah. Oh, I'm triple S in 4 stats. Okay. But not maxed out in 4 stats. Gotcha. I guess let's hit the ZZZs. I mean, not like there's anything else to do here.
Good morning, Beckle. How are you feeling?
Nobody tell her that he dived into the dungeon.
Good morning. I'm feeling much better, actually. I think it will not be long before I can return to the dungeon.
That is good to hear.
As I'm getting ready to leave and meet with the others, she gets my attention. Yes?
There is something we need to talk about.
And she's weirdly indecisive. Is there something wrong? If it is about the dungeon.
No, it's not that. How should I tell you about this?
What does she... Oh, does she want to talk about Armin, maybe? I would be guessing that might be the case. I think. But also, I might be wrong about that. Kind of hard to guess.
Would you come with me for today? There is a weapon I need you to try. It could be something important or it could be some foolish mistake of a foolish god.
Hearing about some new weapon to try. After so much time I did not handle one makes me feel anxiety for a moment, but it is clear that there is something else going on. A weapon.
It's something complicated to talk about, so I want to see something first. Do you mind?
No, I mean, I don't understand, but I don't mind.
Sorry, Belkut, I promise I'll tell you once we are done.
Alright. Totally confused about the situation, I continue to get ready alongside her and then I start to follow her. By the way, about that weapon... Where is it? Where are we going exactly? For a moment I even considered that it's a gift or some sort of surprise, but from her facial expression it's easy to tell that it is not something good. To be fair, I did sneak a little peek at the movie again to remind myself of stuff. Anywho.
Well, we're going to see.
Hello there, Hestia Bill! Hoo-hoo!
Yeah!
As soon as Hestia opens the door leading outside, Hermes suddenly appears.
What are you doing here?
Right, what do I decide? But Asfi said it would be rude to welcome myself in.
That is not the issue. I mean, we had a meeting place, did we not?
I thought this place would be more discreet. Besides, I could hardly wait. So, Belle. You did not tell him yet?
Tell me what?
Weapon first.
Still giving taps, huh? Very well. Asfi!
Yes. Asfi hands what looks like a short spear to Hermes.
Belle, would you come here?
I instinctively look at Hestia to seek approval and she nods in response. This, by the way, plays different than in the movie. I assume that that is the weapon?
That's correct.
As I step closer and some runes similar to my dagger carved on that short spear. I cannot read them, but I can easily tell from experience that it is dead. Once I'm close enough, he extends the weapon to me. I'm a little hesitant since I have no idea what is going on, but after a brief pause, I take it.
You've received the Arrow of Orion.
Why do you call it an arrow if it was a spear, by the way? Whatever. As soon as my hands touch the shaft, the runes quickly light up and the weapon comes to life.
Does that mean?
Interesting.
Oh, I knew! This is the day has come, I had no absence.
Okay, stop, let me talk with Belle alone.
No. Hestia are annoying.
Very well,
Yeah, I forgot that Hestia can be really annoying at times. That's why... Well... She will never be best girl.
Anyway, very well, I still have a couple of things to prepare before we leave. Let's meet the gates tomorrow morning. It will be better to leave before the sun rises, as it will be a long journey.
Yeah.
Let's go, Asfi, this is a day worth celebrating.
Leave! Tomorrow morning? Wait, Hermesma, you're forgetting the weapon!
Nah, it belongs to you.
Hermes suddenly gigglier than usual, and... What? He's always like that, and leaves as quickly as he appeared while Asfi quietly follows along. I started in disbelief while still holding this weird weapon as Hestia quietly locks the door leading outside.
Oh, I guess the time to talk has come.
Yeah?
It's going to be a long and complicated conversation. Let's sit.
We take a seat on one of the benches, and she begins to talk after a few minutes of complete silence. I'd already expected that. The chance that this was my first shot at life were really low, so of course, if reincarnation existed, then I must have had a few past lives before. However, it was learning just who those past lives were that shocked me. Hestia proceeded to tell me everything she had discussed with Hermes the other day. It is a lot to take in, despite the fact that she is going as slow as possible and answering all the questions of mine that come to mind. My question is, why are we not listening to that story and instead probably getting a shorter narration? She started with telling me about Artemis and how her legacy has ended. Then, the hardest part to believe came. Orion, he was me in my past life, and even Argonaut, whom I had believed was a fantasy character, is in reality one of my past lives. Learning that a hero from a tale I love is actually my past self is nothing short than shocking, but the surprises were not over yet. It turns out that I'm the only one who can save Artemis, even though in this life I'm nothing special. I'm still their reincarnation. I mean, yeah, there because Orion and Argonaut and so on. Probably even more names.
And this is pretty much it.
She was not joking when she said it would be a very complicated discussion, and I suddenly understand why she was so hesitant to tell me. Every time I thought she had finished talking, she continued. The things she told me got progressively harder to understand and believe. In fact, had it been anybody else, even other god, I would have not believed that... At this point I have a faint headache, and I really have no idea of what to say or what to do. It is as if suddenly my life got turned upside down, all that I believe in no longer applied. What I thought was a story, it was actually my history. What I thought to be a childish dream is actually my past life.
Understand must be hard for you right now. If you have any other questions, I will answer them.
No, I do not think so. Not at the moment. Can you take a walk? I need to think about this and take my mind off it at the same time, if it makes any sense.
Oh, of course. Also, do not feel forced to do anything. I love Artemis, she's my best friend, but I love you as much. If you want to forget about this and go back to your old life, no one will blame you. If I do, I'll protect you, always.
Part of me wants to say, but the only thing I'm sure about is my intent to save Artemis. I really want to say it, but the words do not come out. Is that how I honestly feel, or am I just trying to act as a hero? Is my dream of becoming a hero even my own, or just something left over from my past self? Who cares? You have the feeling you want to become one anyway, so, like, it does matter. My mind is overflowing with too many questions, so at the end I can only whisper a few words before leaving. Thank you. Half an hour later. My friends could easily tell that there was something wrong, so I ended up telling them what was probably meant to stay a secret. As I told them what had me feeling so down, I could barely believe my own words, so I would have not been surprised if I thought it was a big joke. However, as hard as may be, they believed me.
Whoa, that is a pretty crazy story. It's definitely something you should not tell anybody else, man.
Lydia agrees. Well, many would not believe it, some would, and that would be a big problem.
I mean, I do not really plan to go around telling this story. The last thing I want is for people to think I went insane. I already got too much attention as this. It just felt right telling you, as I do not want to hide the reason why I will not be able to go to the dungeon just yet.
You will come too.
Me?
It makes sense. Lee at this point and is unofficially part of the Hestia Familia.
I mean, I would be glad to have you. Honestly, you always give me good tips and I feel like I can always rely on you. Especially now I could use your help. However, how about your job? I'm not sure how long that this whole thing will take.
Ah, that will not be a problem. Lee can get some free time. Not only will she not be living there in the meantime, but she also did a lot of extra hours in these days. Also, we got a lot of unwanted attention, so leaving her area for a while will only do some good.
Alright. I will be in your care then, Lily Sod. I do a small bow.
Unfortunately, as much as I would love to come as well, I cannot.
It's fine. I'm sorry about the dungeon.
Nah, no need to sorry, actually. I leveled up!
Let's go! I received other surprising news.
This is the reason why I'm running a few errands for Hephaestus, so I cannot leave on such a short notice.
I'm happy to hear that. You finally got your 4th skill, congrats!
Thanks. I'll wait to return, then we can all go and celebrate the return of Artemis and my level up.
Yeah. After informing my goddess about Lily joining us, I take it easy for the rest of the day. Or...
Belkun, I thought I would see you at the abandoned church tonight. I was surprised to learn you wanted to see me here.
I'm feeling much better now.
I know, but you should not push yourself.
About that, yeah, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Alright, let's talk about it over dinner then.
I don't think talking about it over dinner would be a good idea, as people might hear about our conversation.
Is it something that serious?
Well, yeah. Not something I can talk with just anyone either.
It makes me happy to know I'm someone you are comfortable confiding on.
Confiding in. That goes without saying.
Very well, I will listen.
Oh boy. I tell Armit everything. Artemis, my reincarnations, and all the other details I'm not supposed to tell anybody else but the important people in my life. She listens quietly, while I often look at her facial expression never changes, so I have no clue on what she's thinking or if she's even believing me.
Hermes-sama has always been quite pushy in everything he does.
Oh, he is. She lowers her gaze and lightly bites her lower lip. It must be a lot to take in. I'm surprised she's just believing what I told her. I hope she's not considering the possibility I went insane. Dude, she will lock you up in a room with white, plushy walls and a door that don't have a handle from the inside.
As you know, I want to perform a complete checkup on you before you return to the dungeon, but there is no time for that since you are leaving so soon. Considering the importance of such task, postponing cannot be a possibility either. Coming with you is also something I cannot do this time since I have a lot of work left and even some appointments. This is a little upsetting.
While she's speaking, I notice that all of her worries are related to my health, seemingly ignoring all the rest. I mean, dude, she's your girlfriend, come on. You not seem much surprised about what I told you.
What do you mean?
I mean, reincarnations, for example. I assume that must be hard to believe. I can barely believe it myself.
It is unfortunately something I do not know anything about, and I cannot talk about it with anybody else either. The best I can do is listen to you, believe in you, and help you in ways that only I can.
Wow. She's great.
Although the things you have said, while surprising at first, answered some of the questions I always had. There has always been something special about you. I know what that is now.
I cannot say I feel like I'm living up to their names for...
You are you. No need to compare ourselves to our past lives. There is a reason why we do not hold their memories, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I cannot help but wonder how much of me is affected by my past lives, such as my goals and dreams.
Does it really matter if you were all of them? Even without sharing their memories, perhaps you have always worked towards a common goal. It shows in your kindness, and even in your growth as an adventurer. I would not be surprised if my past life, if I even have one, worked in the health field or was related to it. Admittedly, I would not want to learn about it if I can help it, so understand what you're going through at the moment. The best solution is to find a way to distract yourself, at least temporarily until you come to terms with it. I know exactly what we should do. That will allow us to spend as much time together as possible since you might be away for many days. It is actually something I've been meaning to do for a while now.
I gulp. And my face reddens as I wait what she's proposing. In the meantime, my mind is running wild! Maybe tonight Armidale will... kiss for the first time. But that happened before. What do you mean first time? You kissed before.
I'm going to teach you all you need to know about first aid.
Well, that's exciting.
Huh? Are you excited?
Sure. I guess it didn't sound like that. We go eat dinner and have a nice, albeit short date, which ends at her place. Unlike what I was previously hoping for, it is to learn first aid. Yeah. My hopes and dreams were crushed, but I learned some useful tips regarding first aid. However, at the end of her lessons, I got a kiss, hopefully.
A few kisses later.
After learning many useful things regarding first aid from Armid, your companion's health will now be restored to full after every battle without any extra cost. Why did I buy all the potions? Oh my god. Can I sell them back? I don't need potions anymore. Yo, this is nuts. This is absolutely crazy skill. Wow. The following morning, dude, that is ridiculous. We literally got a cheat healing skill. Belle, god damn it, you are such a cheat character. This is nasty. Dude, what if at some point you are like, every time you lose health, thanks to your advanced aid ability, you heal immediately? That would be nuts. Alright, the following morning.
By the way, you still have not mentioned where we are going? Considering how many days I have to take off, it is not close.
Not quite, but it's always worth visiting for some gods. That includes me, of course.
I know I'll regret asking it, but why is that?
Licosalva, a small village between Orario and Telscura. Before it was founded, the Amazoness in search of strong men had to travel without any good place to stop and rest, only wilderness.
To safeguard Artemis, the members of Familia created a small hamlet which quickly grew into a village after a few years. The location is just that perfect.
Oh, sorry.
To safeguard Artemis, the members of her family created a small hamlet, which quickly grew into a village after a few years. The location is just perfect. Being also a central location for adventurers going to or coming from the Chaos Desert, it's probably the only village with many high-level adventurers.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds awesome. I had no idea of what to expect, but now I'm excited to see that place.
Bill, have you ever been with an Amazon before? In that village you will surely...
Well, will not go with any Amazon I was right to come. There is no way I would ever leave him alone with you. Lily will keep a close eye on Besama.
Also, I have a girlfriend. I actually have, but there is... Oh yeah, I guess did kiss. But there is no way I'm going to say that here. Huh. To safeguard Artemis, it makes me wonder.
What is wrong, Besama?
I was wondering about Artemis Sama's current state.
Her current state?
Yeah, if she's being safeguarded, does it mean she has been asleep for all this time?
Not in the way you are thinking. There is a reason why I have set her body and mind are frozen in time. When we'll enter her temple, we'll see a statue of her. If you don't know the history behind it, you would not be able to tell it apart from a normal statue.
Wait, you mean Artemis Sama turned into a statue?
That is correct.
That is not what I was expecting, mate. Will saving her truly be as easy as touching her with the spear?
It should be. The most complicated part was definitely finding you. Should there be any other issue, I'm sure we'll be able to find a solution. Trust in yourself, Belle.
Yeah. Despite his words, I feel a little uneasy. This is the most important quest I've ever been assigned to, and failure would mean I would be unable to save a goddess.
Yeah.
That would not only disappoint Kami-sama, but also Hermes-sama, who for some reason believes so much in me. I hope nothing goes wrong. After a few more days of traveling, we arrive in the village of Licosalva. Licosalva sounds a little bit Eastern European, to be honest. Also, no, you know what? No, it also sounds Greek. But then again, if you think about it, there is some certain, I would say, maybe cities, towns, that sound similar for both options. Anywho, we arrive at the village 2 days later with the sun high in the sky. The first thing to greet us is a welcome sign, next to a statue of 3 people and a wolf. Hermes told us those 3 are the founders of the village, and were part of Artemis Familia as we enter the village. Also, it actually looks Greek in here, you know. Not like I've ever been to Greece. It does not take too long before we spot many adventurers going on their life, and all of them are carrying some sort of bag. It's obvious none of them are here to stay, but simply resting before they continue with their journey. If Hermes' grinning face was not telling enough, most of the adventurers we encounter are Amazonesses. I'll try my best not to stare at them while Luke and Hestia keep an eye on me. The pressure. Much to my surprise, we did not head to the temple straight away, but we take a short rest in the only tavern of the village. I barely get to enjoy my food as my mind is filled with worry, and then we finally head to the temple. Even if I knew what to expect, I feel in awe once I get closer to Artemis' statue. She really looks like a statue. Sure, not like I can see that. Albeit a very detailed and lifelike one.
Take your time.
I gulp loudly. Here is the moment of truth. I grip the arrow of Orion, which activates at my touch, and slowly push its spearhead towards the statue. For a few moments, nothing seems to be happening, which makes my worst fear come true. I feel my anxiety growing when I suddenly hear a feeble whisper. It is so muffled that for a moment I wonder if I have not imagined that. Then I hear a much clearer one.
Orion.
Huh? What is this? Once the whispers become more clear, I begin to sense a feel of intense guilt.
I'm so sorry. I never meant for that to happen. You should not have died. It is all my fault. If only you had never met me. If only I had never looked for you, then you would still be alive.
I don't know, it's been quite a long time.
I'm so sorry, Orion. I can only bring you misfortune.
Her sorrow gradually becomes more and more negative until it overwhelms me.
Bill! Sim!
Nightmare. Alright, fireballs. We are going just magic. Just magic. Magic and counters. Magic and counters. So basically after this fight, my health should be recovered, right? I wonder if that will be the case. Not like I will be able to check, probably. Ha! I hear my name being called out, and once I open my eyes, I find myself on the ground. What happened?
Bill supposedly passed out for a few moments. Are you feeling unwell? No.
No. I don't remember what happened. They fail after all.
Yeah. Whatever is happening seems to have worked.
He points at the statue, which is gaining color. After a few minutes, a woman is standing in place of the statue, and she's looking straight at me.
Artemis!
Hello.
Orion.
She sprints towards me, and despite never meeting her before now, she hugs me tightly. Huh?
Orion, you came for me again.
No, I'm Belcranel.
No, you are Orion.
She hugs me even tighter than before.
Yeah.
Ahem! But is enough, Artemis. Oh, Hestia, you've descended too. You noticed me only now.
She lets me go, and after seeing Hestia, she looks around her.
Where, when? How long has it been?
A long time.
Hermes.
The one and only. He's the reincarnation of Orion and Argonaut.
Hey?
A long time has passed and many things have changed. I think it would be best to talk about it elsewhere. I have a good place in mind.
Hermes brings us back at the entrance of the village, and Artemis almost falls in tears once she sees the statue of the 3 women. He begins with telling the story of this village's foundation, and from there he describes how the world has changed since then while we walk around the village. Some of the local residents stare at Artemis with their mouth hanging open. Yeah! And even some of the more perceptive adventurers notice the presence of an extra goddess. By the time we are done, it is late evening.
I see. A lot has changed. Orario sounds like a nicer city to live in.
I find this village to be more charming at times.
He says that while his eyes follow a busty Amazon barely wearing any clothing.
You'd not change one bit for.
I wonder.
I heard that so you have changed quite a lot for Artemis. I was really shocked when I first heard about it. Yeah, we're supposed to be unchanging deities yet.
She glanced towards me before she stopped speaking.
Well, I'm sure the Lynx have a lot to talk about. Let's give them some space. We can look for an inn together in the meantime.
Go look yourself! I know that you are trying to trick me into something.
Look for an inn.
Yeah. Asfi looks at us suspiciously while whispering something. Our group split in three. Artemis and Hestia walk away while happily chatting. Asfi and Lilurka stand in place for a few minutes before walking away as well. And then there is Hermes and I. I thought we were heading towards the inn where we will be spending the night, but he suddenly stops and turns towards me.
Belcranel,
Huh? Hermes-sama?
are you ready for another battle?
Yeah, battle, but we've already saved Artemis-sama.
Not that kind of battle, but a man's battle. You've already proven to be what this world needs. You have the potential. No, the soul of a hero. However, most deities would shrug something like that off. Do you want to become a legend? A legend not only among men, but deities as well?
A legend? Yeah, it's not something perverted that will get me in trouble again, is it?
Listen closely. I have been around quite a lot, so there are many stories about the world I could share with you. What do you think? Care for a small evening chat?
It was not after all? Good, don't. I'm sorry for ringing badly of you, Hermes-sama. Don't be sorry. Yeah? My grandpa always told me a lot of stories about the world. I would love to hear them.
How much do you know about elves?
Thanks to you, I know quite a bit, but I'm not an expert for sure. I know some things, I guess. I do have an elf friend.
Female?
Yeah?
Oh, I know her. I didn't expect anything less from you.
I mean, she was with us in the dungeon during the freaking fight, so...
You should know elves despise promiscuity. In their long life, they only have a single partner.
Perfect. Perfect. That's why elves are great. Again.
Even the elves that decide to leave their lands are not much different. An elf's body is a precious thing. Not many men manage to feast their eyes in their beauty without even often losing something as important. And those who can touch them are even fewer.
Uh-oh. Oh, Hermes, if only you knew.
Yet, as you sure know, that is still possible.
Yeah.
So, Belle, this is my question for you. Do you know a being whom despises not only promiscuity, but men as a whole?
A being despises all men? I can't not think of any.
That being is your enemy for tonight's battle.
Who or what is it?
Not knowing your enemy will make the battle even tougher. That is why you will need training first. Follow me!
Oh no, what is going on? Don't go with him, man. He brings me behind the inn where I assume we will be staying tonight. Dude.
Here we are. See that hole over there? Quiet now.
Hermes-sama, that hole, oh.
You can at least imagine what's on the other side of that hole, right?
Do not tell me you pick on girls here all the time.
Unfortunately, no. There are other people that use this hole.
Okay, I think I know now. Okay, I understood.
A certain deity actually helped me with this one, so I thought it would be fair sharing it with you. It will be our secret as we train for tonight.
Huh?
Listen closely. Behind this hall there is an Amazon with a friend. They are most likely heading to our area to join the Familia. Unfortunately, the friend went somewhere, so she's alone at the moment. In the best case scenario, she's getting comfortable as we speak. Otherwise, we will have to wait. Patience is the key in these kind of tasks.
Yeah? You can tell this much without looking to the hall once.
It's my family's business after all. Why do you think we walked all around the village as I updated Artemis? I was not just speaking, but also keeping track of all the women around us.
Is that why Asfi-san looked so furious every time she looked at you?
But exactly so. She knows me so well.
Why are you answering the question so proudly? What is wrong with you?
Of course, my family usually gets info of a different kind, so just this once, I'm offering this precious information for free. On the other side, you will find something good.
I don't know, man. I don't think this is right to pick on a woman.
If you will not, then I will. I'll forever bear the image of her in my mind, and she will never know any better. However, if someone is right as you is the one doing the picking, it will not be as bad for her. It is all about choosing the lesser evil. During your life, you will encounter many situations like this. So, will you do the right thing? Will you follow the path of the hero?
Dude, I'm gonna kick your ass if anything. Fine, just a peek, then we go, alright?
Of course, you have another important task tonight.
There is more! I saw as I get close to the hole and peek through. Through the hole, I see an Amazon undressing, with her pantsu still in hand. It's a good thing that the text box is not transparent right now, I guess. Unless, you know, she already changed the bottom half. She's applying something on her face, which is taking away the makeup she was wearing. Uh-oh. After she's done with that, she proceeds with taking off her top as well. Vivian.
I can barely hold my excitement. Agepoyo. Going to turn into early now. Suchan is gonna surely be making me up before the sun rises, poyo.
What?
I can't complain for. I'm as excited to get to Horario. My dream's gonna finally come true, poyo.
Her dream? It brings me back, although it has not been too long for me either.
I'm to get even more super duper strong, then get lots of men just as strong. I'm gonna make a good godlike harem. Ahaha.
I almost scream surprise once I hear a dream. Then again, I can't really say anything against that since I used to have the same dream when I was younger.
Really? Anything good happening, Belle?
Yeah.
You know, it could be convincing us to invite some of those Amazons in the Familia. They would not mind joining the family of the record holder. They surely heard of you by now. More importantly, you keep making your name a pretty interesting topic of discussion. You even saved the goddess from herself. But it's no small feat, although that is something best kept as a secret for the time being. She may be against it for first, but since she's having bad luck with finding adventures, she would never reject someone tough that can help protecting you. More importantly, it will be good for you, would it not, Belle?
I do not know about that, mate. I mean, I'm not against the idea, of course, it's just...
That reminds me. I invited an Amazon in my family recently, but they can be quite...
You invited an Amazon.
But she can be quite hardcore.
Hardcore?
Not in a positive way. She keeps disappearing in the dungeon train and always return quite roughed up. It is a dangerous game she's playing.
I don't want to know the details of that. Are not all Amazones quite strong before they even join with a Familia? Dude, Belle, stop digging the topic. We don't want to know. My mind already tells me it's really something you don't want to know.
Not all of them. She's level 1. I was thinking of letting her go in a family that can take care of her more. One that focuses on dungeon exploring.
Hermes-sama, you do not mean...
I'm not promising anything. I would need to talk about it with her first, but I have not seen her for quite a while now.
Are you sure she's okay?
I not need to see them to keep track of my Familia members.
Yeah, we know that. Once she's... Eventually, the girl that I see goes under the blanket, so I stop peeking.
How was it?
Interesting.
Alright.
Now that you're all warmed up, we can get back to the main mission. Do you remember my previous question?
The being whom hates all men?
Yeah. The answer is... Artemis.
Hey!
You're the only exception. You managed to do what no one else ever managed to do ever since life existed, not even gods. It is still not enough. You should take the next step. You shall be the first man to see her. Naked.
What?
It will not be easy, but your effort will be rewarded. Your name will be remembered, and your feats shall be the main topic of discussion of all gods.
How about the gods shut up?
I, Hermes, will personally spread the word.
How about no, you punk? What the fuck is wrong with you? Please do not. With our conversation getting louder, we step away from the hall in order to avoid getting caught. I already picked it on that Amazon. Cannot we call it a day?
The one actually buffing right now. You might not have a perfect chance like this for quite a while. This was only training, a warm-up. I'll be honest, you might fail. I've attempted to do this many times in the past and I have always failed despite my experience.
Because you're a fucking idiot. Then let's not try.
No, we should always try. We should never give up. That is the way of man.
She's a goddess, you punk! I can't just ping on her. She does not even know me. She might think I'm some kind of creep.
Are you going to leave me alone? It could be dangerous for me.
I couldn't care less! This is a village full of adventurers.
Right, then it should not be a problem to sneak a peek of Artemis' body. I'll do what I failed many times in the heavens.
You cannot do that, it is wrong!
Oh, I think you're going to stop me. Can you do that if you will not follow me? If no one will stop me, I might just walk where the women are buffing right now.
As he says that, he slowly begins to walk exactly in that direction. I feel stupid for falling on such stupid tactics, but there is no winning this. Dude, just kick his ass, to be honest. Fine, I'll come.
Great, that's exactly what I want to hear. You never disappoint, Balkan.
Against my better judgment, we head towards the only place where they could be buffing right now. Honestly, I would do as much ruckus as possible. While we are still in the village, we walk openly. However, once we step outside towards the natural hot spring, we become more stealthy and proceed cautiously. Dude, make some noise. Until Hermes steps on a hidden trap and gets caught in a net. Haha!
This must be Asphis!
I will try to cut it. Please don't.
No, there's no time. You have to leave behind and pick on Artemis. The mission is the most important thing. Back in the heavens, we made much bigger sacrifices and we still failed. All of us. We believe in you. Go!
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I heard something over there.
Bell, it is time to become a legend.
He raised up his thumb and for a moment it seems like the moon itself is shining on his eyes. I'm not like that, you punk! I'm not going to pick! I'm sorry! I run away in the opposite direction, which is not towards the village, nor the natural hot springs where all the women are currently buffing. In short, after a few minutes of running, I get lost. Whew! I can't believe I got lost among the woods, all because of Hermes. This situation feels so familiar. What an odd place to be, having a deja vu! I look around while trying to trace my steps back when I hear a sound of water splashing. Oh. Huh? I turn towards the source of the sound instinctively and behind the bush. Of course. I spot a figure on the shore of the lake. Upon close inspection, it is a woman I do not recognize buffing alone. Well. Ha! Someone else is here. It's not the natural hot spring. After a few moments, her face turns a little, and with the little light over by the moon, I recognize her. She's Artemis! Did not all the one go to buff? Ah! As I slowly step away, a branch loudly breaks under my wave. Amarok! Without even turning towards the source of the noise, she shouts that name, and swiftly reaches for her bow sitting nearby. Despite being a level 2 adventurer, I can barely follow her movements. She's really quick. She only turns to face me when an arrow is pointed towards me, and even then the bow is strategically hiding the most important parts of her body. Nice. Orion! She recognized me a moment after the arrow has been shot. I can feel a warm sensation on my left cheek. The arrow has grazed me. If she had failed to recognize me in the time and had not moved slightly, I would be dead right now. On that moment, there is something important. If I risk my life on all occasions I met with Hermes-sama, how short would my life be if I have had the misfortune to join his Familia? Whew! I internally thank Kami-sama for taking me in her Familia before I fall with all haste into the Geza position. I'm sorry! I don't be quick! I had no idea you were here! I thought no one would buffing elsewhere! It was an accident! I'm not a creep! Also, I don't see anything. I was actually walking away when I realized there was someone crashing. I'm really sorry! I keep my head down while trying my best to have her forgive me. In the meantime, I hear other sounds of what I assume is she getting quickly dressed. I do not have the courage to look up. You are lucky. Oh my god, she looks so cute right now. Or should I be saying, oh my goddess? Can we bring back the belief in Greek gods and so on? They're so much better. Dude. Said a person that was technically born a Christian Catholic, right? I always thought that the Greek gods and so on were cooler, way cooler.
In the past, things would have gone differently. Actually, had you been any other man, things would have gone differently.
Oh.
You are forgiven, Orion. Besides, let me guess, it was Hermes tricking you into this, right?
Yeah, I was actually running away from the hot springs. I had no idea that...
Oh, I do not hate hot springs but prefer cold water when bathing. Hestia and I also spoke at length, so I thought it would be nice to take a bath here alone while thinking about everything. By the way, you can look up now, Orion. I put something on already. Yeah.
If you do not mind, could you call me with my cringe name, Bell Chrono?
Bell. It will take me a while to get used to it. It is not the first time I met you under a different name, and I never got the hang of it in such a short time. But I'll try.
Thank you. I don't really mind too much. It just feels weird.
Understand, how long have you known that? How long have you known that for?
About my reincarnations? Just a few days.
It must have been really hard then. I'm sorry.
No. You have nothing to apologize for, Artemis-sama. It is fine. It was worth it if I could save you. By the way, when before, you called the name Amarok. Who is that?
Oh, Amarok. She was a wolf I had found one night back when I first descended here. I never learned why she was not with her pack, but the time being alone myself, I decided to take her under my wing. She was a precious companion to me. She was so cute, even when she would get all messy. To clean her snout after she chased the swines away, we would always end up bathing together. It was a really nice change of pace from the heavens when I had to chase the other gods away myself. Although I have to admit that Hermes would always make a good target.
How did you manage to not erase him from existence?
I actually started to call all men swine after the sound Hermes made when my arrow penetrated his leg. I never thought someone other than an animal could make such a sound.
Nice. Honestly, with Hermes you should aim somewhere else. And by that I mean target between the legs, I guess. Maybe that would change him. Despite all the horrible things she said, she's laughing sweetly. I mean, he deserved it. From a distance, one could think that we are just having some funny small talk, but it could not be further from the truth. She's scary! She's lovely, what are you talking about?
You must think that I'm really attached to my past.
Something like that.
Yeah, so much has changed. Everything, including me, had changed before even all of this happened. If it was not for you, I would feel like an alien here, just like I had felt back when I first descended here.
You must really miss your Familia.
I do. They loved me a lot. Even if I was a really strict goddess, I probably still would be. I'm not really sure. Some of them literally changed me, and the others, despite my many pleas to stay in Horario, decided to follow me across the world. That is why, despite the fact I miss them, I'm not sad. When I was at my lowest and sealed myself away, they found their path just as I had hoped. Hermes did not even need to tell me. When I saw their statues, I knew. They even included a little one of Amarok. At least I believe it was Amarok. According to Hermes, even before this became a village, there were many wolves roaming the woods. Not only they have founded this village, but they tamed the wolves in order to work together to keep the weaker monsters at bay.
Oh, it's the weird drawings again. So the locals are tamers, and they learn those skills from their ancestors. That explains why I have not spotted a single monster nearby. Actually, I have not spotted a single wolf either.
Wolves usually keep to themselves unless they have a good reason to attack. Usually hunger, but I assume they are properly taken care of.
Oh. Okay, that's a small wolf. Ow. Out of nowhere, I feel a sharp pain in my right leg, and upon looking down, I see a small wolf biting my leg.
Ha! You look like a little Amarok. You came back.
She quickly takes a little wolf away from my leg.
Will not bite Orion's leg, okay? You can nom on all the other men as much as you want. This way, your jaw will grow strong.
She really hates. You know what, for? I think I like that. Dude, that proves that Orion was something amazing. You know, she might hate all men, but there is one guy that she, you know, basically truly loves. That is a sign of love, if you've ever seen one. That is not okay either, according to Belle. It is alright by me. That is your wolf?
Not the same one, but I like to believe she came back when I did. She looks the same but smaller than when I first found her. Just like back then, she does not seem to be with a pack, but given her scratches...
Do you believe something happened to her family?
I hope not, but I'll take care of her and perhaps one day we'll find her parents. I just realized I'll be living here from now on.
You're not coming back with us?
In Orario? I cannot.
Because of Apollo? That has happened a long time ago. Things in Orario are so much different now. Since then.
It is not long enough for us. As long as Apollo's Familia has a presence in Orario, I'm not allowed back. I don't regret it, for he never got his dirty hands on my Familia members.
Huh.
Don't look so sad for my sake. It is not bad here. For a deity like me. Besides, according to Hermes, I'm not the only deity resident here, although he did not tell me who is the other one staying here. I assume if I asked you to stay here with me, you would refuse.
I'm sorry.
I knew.
Despite my rejection, she continues to smile. I wish I rejected. I kinda wish now I rejected Armit. I would want Artemis more. Damn it!
I would never do something that horrible to my best friend. I asked that in order to request something simpler from you. Please visit me as often as you can.
Yes, I will!
That is more than I could ask for. Thank you for everything. Orion, you've changed me. Argonaut, you saved me. And Belle, you've returned for me. I'm sorry for involving you. I truly did not want for this to happen. I'm sorry for killing you, Orion. And I'm sorry you had to die for my sake when we had barely met, Argonaut. I have caused you a lot of pain, and even now, in your life rushed to my side. It must have been a very heavy weight to carry, learning of your reincarnations.
She's not speaking just to me, but to all my past lives that I know of. Even answering for the things concerning me would be hard, so I take a few moments to recollect my thoughts. That is fine. I cannot properly speak for my past lives. I've only been told so much, but as Orion, I'm sure you were worth it. In this life, I know the feelings of loneliness, and it was atrocious. That piercing veil lasted until Kamasama offered me her hand. She had become my home, and I'm sure as Orion, I must have felt the same towards you. And as Argonaut, by having all those stories read to me, and what I believe a hero should be like, I would always put a girl's life first, no matter what. Depends on the girl, to be honest. If he could die to save anyone, especially a girl, he would do so again and again, without any second thought.
A girl?
I mean, that is why I,
Belle Cranel, wanted to save you as well. I did not have to face the jealousy of a god nor a fearsome monster, but they would always come to your rescue, no matter what. I always protect you, Artemis-sama. She's fallen all over again.
You are still the hero I know.
Huh? No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not as powerful as the past me, you know.
I'm only a level 2 adventurer, so... She hugs me tightly once again, with my hand resting on her bosom.
Artemis,
You will be leaving tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Would you grant me a dance then?
I mean, sure, I would like to, but I never danced before, so...
That is fine, I will lead you.
Aww. We spent a few minutes in silence while trying to get the hang of dancing, then she begins to speak once again. Can I break up with Armit? Guys. I mean, Armit is great, but... I think she's losing. Artemis, man!
So, Belle, you want to become a hero?
Eh?
Sorry, I might have asked about you more than a few times.
I mean, it's embarrassing, but I think so, yes. Part of me wants to be a hero that saves a girl in need. Another part of me just wants everybody to be happy. It is a stupid thought, but if only I could save everybody everywhere. A world with no tragedies, one where kids would not be left alone. That is why there is someone I admire very much in Horario.
It is not a stupid thought. It's actually a good mentality to have.
She does not elaborate much more than this before moving to a new question.
Who is that someone?
A friend of mine that helps at orphanage. Her name is Sarah. Ugh, I wanna throw up now that you mentioned her.
Interesting name.
We know her.
No, don't think so.
Sorry, that was a stupid question. She would not be alive back when you were in Horario.
Yeah.
She seems lost in thought when we danced. To avoid the awkward silence, I decided to be the one asking her a question this time. My Capissima, back then she was different too?
Back in the heavens, she was quite lazy and used to slack off a lot.
I mean...
I was shocked to hear she had formed a Familia. I was even more shocked when she told me she had found a job and the reason why she works so much. She loves you a lot.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for her.
Orion, sorry. You really changed our hearts, in more ways than one. I tried my best to change her, but even I could not. I get why Hestia looks so happy when she's with you. She might be in love with you.
No, wait, no. She's a goddess. She knows I have a girlfriend. That is impossible.
But you are the one who said that a goddess is still just a girl. Girls do fall in love, do they not? Aside from that, if you have a girlfriend already, it cannot be helped.
Yeah, time to break up.
Shall we go back now? I'm sure the others will be worried if you will be missing for too long.
Yeah, let's. The rest of the night is pretty uneventful. After heading back to the village, we eat at the inn and then we head to sleep. The following day, who knows what happens? We'll find out in the next episode.
For now, let's end it, and we shall continue the following day.
For now, hope you enjoyed. As per usual, consider liking the video, subscribe if you're new around, always super appreciated, and of course, I wish you an absolutely fantastic day. Have a good one. Bye bye.